The life in Purdue University is one of the biggest events of my personal experience. During the first semester, I have learned a lot of new stuff and seen a lot of things that I have never seen before. The most valuable things I have learned so far is the importance of independence, adaptation, and hard working. Um, I've learned that the three characteristics are the keys of the success in college, and my first semester year in Purdue made me change a lot so that I could survive in such big society here. Firstly, no one in college has the responsibility to watch and supervise you. That is one of the biggest change I have ever met. Um, Back in high school, the teachers always have the responsibility to remind me about the due date of the homework and the schedule for the exams frequently. And sometimes the teachers they will be kind enough to extend the due dates for of the homework just for uh, special reasons, and sometimes they allows uh, the students who absent to do makeup tests. After I entered the Purdue University, I then realized that the rules back in high school are no longer applied in Purdue University. During the first several weeks, the professors only mentioned once about the iClicker, and I always forgot to bring it to the classroom. Um, once, so during my first quiz, uh, I forgot to bring the iClicker. The professor does not accept any excuse I had for not bringing the iClicker, and uh, she did not accept the paper version of the answers. So I could not get those credits no matter how hard I tried to argue. At first, I felt very upset and angry about the professor's actions. After a while, I heard the stories that some students were kicked out of college because they always forgot to study for the exam. I realized that I'm already an adult and I had to be independent enough to manage my academic life for high GPA. Afterwards, I learned to make a paper schedule every day to make my academic life in order so that I can success in college. Overall, there's always no excuse for forgetting something in college. Secondly, one of the biggest, one of the best description for Purdue University is the great diversity. In high school, most of my classmates are Chinese people, so we have similar diets and living habits. We became, as a result, we became close friends easily because we have the same looks, we have the same language, and we have the same cultural background. At the beginning of the first semester, I discovered that there were so many different groups of students in campus. For example, the international groups include students from many places, including Korea, Japan, India, South America, and Africa. Moreover, there are more students from different states of the United States. At the first time, I found it so difficult to communicate with the other international students and American students because we have totally different ways of thinking. Luckily, most of them are extrovert and open, and they were willing to talk to me during the BGR. Even though I felt nervous to talk to them sometime. Later on, we began to know each other well, and I began to open myself more and talk more with them. Until now, I realized that the best way to avoid such cultural shock is to be open of yourself and to stay confident to talk to the other group of people. Thirdly, before I came into university, I mistakenly believed that the life in Purdue would be easy. However, the reality in Purdue shocked me. Um, the students not only work hard in class, they also try to beat each other in clubs. As a amateur kickboxer in China, I thought that nobody was able to defeat me in fighting, and I was kind of cocky and not training hard in the Purdue Boxing Club until I sparring with a American. Although the American did not have great techniques, he never got tired. After several rounds, I began to be physically exhausted and I got beaten up by that guy. The reason that I lost in the sparring is not about techniques, it's about uh, training. I didn't prepare enough for the cardio, so I did not have good physical conditioning to defeat the other guy. I then realized that if you do not train as hard as the others, they will be able to beat you down. I started to do sprinting and cross-country running every day for better cardio. After 2 months, we have we had a second sparring, and I successfully revenge and beat down the American. For such experience in the boxing club, I learned that everybody wants to success in college, but the only people who could successfully succeed have to work harder than the other people do in order to be able to compete with them and have advantage. Um, Before I left home for the United States, my parents always remind me to treat my first year in college as a treasure, even if I would certainly face countless frustration and stress. To be honest, during the first semester, I have seen a lot of cool things that professors do not care about uh, do not care about our excuse of being absent, even if we really have emergency. Um, However, I still force myself to go out of the comfort zone because I had to prepare myself for the future. I have to try to be in the danger zone so that if I have to be in the danger zone in the future, I will be comfortable to deal with the trouble. So, as the more problem I defeat, the more I will begin to able to learn. Eventually, I became a more mature adult after my experience during the first semester in Purdue University. So, so overall, before I came to the United States, I thought that I believed that I should always earn parents and teachers' uh, care and their assistance. But after I studied here for half a year, I realized that in the real society, nobody will really care about you. And one day you have to be independent. And for now, it's the best chance for us to practice to be independent, to be an adult. And that's it.